Hello everybody, my name is thetroublmaker, and if this is your first time here, make sure to go back one over on this channel. Go back to look at the efficiencies of AT before watching this video. They don't have that much to do with each other, but they're a series and you'll get the whole picture better that way. So yeah, I'll be continuing with the anti-tank series. It's going to be 3 parts. This next part will be range. This is part 2, and as it turns out, range is not that important.
What?
It's not. Anti-tank weapons are defensive oriented. They are not intended to kill anything in an attack or in any kind of combined arms assault. They're actually intended to snipe units from a very long distance that are out of position or attacking. So to prove this point, I will show that the number of rockets does not increase based on the range. That is the number of rockets that hit. To start, as range increases, the rate of fire goes down proportionally. So a vehicle with a range of 2,800 meters will have 7 rounds per minute. A vehicle with a range of 2,450 meters will have a rate of fire of 14 rounds per minute. This means that in order to get off an additional rocket, the high range vehicle will need 14 seconds of combat in order to get off the second rocket. The lower range vehicle will only need 7 seconds of combat to get off that second rocket. So our dummy tank will be the AMX-40. It's a very fast tank. It travels at 70 kilometers per hour. It is the fastest tank in the game. To put that in perspective, that is 70,000 meters per hour or 1,167 meters per minute. Our test dummy rockets will be the Malutka P and the Concon. So to get an idea here, the Malutka P has a range of 2,450 and the rate of fire 14 rounds per minute. So that's 1 rocket every 4 seconds. The Concon has your range of 2,800 and the rate of fire is 7 rounds per minute or 1 rocket per 8 seconds. So let's assume they both fire at maximum range, and the AMX-40 fires at its maximum range of 2,275. So that means the AMX-40 only has to gain 170 meters of ground before it can actually strike the Malutka, and it only needs 525 meters to hit the Concon. So with the Concon, the AMX-40 will make ground in 15 seconds. That means the Concon will get off, in fact, 2 full rockets. And the AMX will make ground on the Malutka in 9 seconds, which also means they get off 2 full rockets. So on the slower end of things, we have the Centurion Mark V, good old Canadian ingenuity. More than likely has run out of gas by the time you've gotten to the battlefield, but for the argument's sake, it travels at 35 kilometers per hour or 583 meters per minute. With the Centurion, the Concon seems to get off 7 rockets, whereas the Malutka only gets off 5 rockets. These numbers, although distinct and proves that range is slightly better, they're still insanely close, and their closeness only seems to move up as the quality of the tank goes up as well. If you're facing somebody who's using lots of pre-1971 tanks, range will be very important and very effective. And most of those Centurions in that push probably won't be able to make it to actually strike that one Concon. But realistically, when you're facing tanks, the more common ones, like the T-72s, the T-80s, the Leopard 2A4s, range will actually have no effect at all, whatsoever. As always, leave comments in the comment sections, like the video, subscribe, and join me next week, which I'll be talking about the inefficient infantry AT versus the very cost-effective vehicle AT, why you should use one in place of the other and where. See you guys next week.